I spent the last 4 months traveling the country watching coaches coach. Not just coaches, coaches that have accomplished a lot, that have won a lot, that have been doing it for a long time, coaches that people speak highly of. And sure enough, even though I myself have been coaching for 23 years, I learned stuff. Was plenty that I learned, which is exactly why I've been on this mission of creating resources that people that coach can watch and learn from. And people, humans, all of us, myself included, we get to this point where we feel like we've just got it. I understand now. But we're all human, which means our default state is to be selfish, is to want more for ourselves, to listen less, to speak more. Look, here I am I'm talking on a camera. This is what our default state is. But when we watch others work, we ourselves go to some place critically in our mind, and it forces us to think critically about what we do. Here's a couple things that I learned this fall from watching great coaches coach. And you could say I learned them. I don't know that I learned them for the first time, but I was strongly reminded of these things. Number one is that volume was rare. So it was rare to see a coach blow up, go to this state of yelling. It was rare. Instead, you could see that the way that they practice was well rehearsed, what the kids could expect. They knew what to expect, which meant that coach got to stay in that lane of teaching rather than being that jockey on the horse whipping, trying to get them to go faster. So volume was rare, which, of course, on our site, there's a video by John Woods, Learn to Coach with Vision, Not Volume. This is something I just like the thought of that. It's something that I can certainly work on. It was a good reminder from me. Number two is that communication was regular or required. In all of these programs, from volleyball to football to tennis, it was communication. They were constantly communicating with each other. And you could see that the communication was worked into the plan. So you were required to communicate. And when you say the word as a coach, something you're going to require, it means that you have to hold them accountable for it. So what will we do if we don't communicate? So rather than sitting back and getting mad every time the kids don't communicate, because inevitably they're not going to, what's our system of accountability within practice? If you don't communicate, then it's this. It doesn't have to make us mad. It's just you have to do this, because we know that communication is required for us to be successful. And you guys, the athletes, have told us you'd like to be successful. The last thing that I was reminded of this fall was that the assistants are coaching, and that the head coach made room for the assistant to coach. Oftentimes, an assistant coach would speak up. Even after the coach had explained something, the assistant would speak up, and the coach gave them the floor. Another good reminder for me. So if you have coaches in your life, people coaching your children, and you would love for them to be at the top of their game, man, and good to your kids and give them a chance to be successful, man, send them over to Coach Ed. Encourage them to get signed up. Spend a month, a little bit of time, just watching other people work and thinking critically about what you do.